In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a collage in Photoshop step by step, even if you've never built a layout like this before. This is a super useful technique for social media posts, mood boards, portfolio layouts, photo grids, and clean creative designs. And the best part is that once you learn the process, you can reuse it over and over again for different projects. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more Photoshop tips, tutorials, and creative workflows. Alright, let's jump right in. The first thing you want to do is create a large square canvas. From the Photoshop start screen, click New File. For this kind of collage, a square format works best because it gives you a balanced layout and makes everything easier to align. Set both the width and the height to 5000 pixels by 5000 pixels and make sure the background is set to white. Once that is ready, click Create. Now that your blank document is open, the next step is to establish your grid guides. This is what will help you build a perfectly aligned collage without guessing where each photo should go. Go up to View, then Guides, and choose New Guide Layout. In the Setup window, turn on both columns and rows and turn off the margin option. For a clean, even grid, set the number of columns to 3 and the number of rows to 3. Then set the gutter to 100 pixels for both columns and rows. That gutter space is what creates the nice white spacing between your images. Once everything looks right, click OK. At this point, you should have a clear guide layout on your canvas. Now it's time to make sure snapping is enabled because snapping is what helps your shapes and frames lock perfectly into place. Go to View and check that Snap has a checkmark next to it. Then go to View, Snap to, and make sure Guides is enabled. This is a very important step because it keeps everything aligned and saves you from having to manually adjust every single frame. Now select the rectangular frame tool from the toolbar. If you need the shortcut, press K. This tool is especially useful because it lets you define where each image will live before you even drop in the photos. Once the tool is selected, move your cursor to one of the grid corners, click and drag outward, and let it snap exactly to the guide edges before releasing your mouse. You want the frame to fit neatly inside the grid cell. Repeat the same process for the remaining squares until your entire grid layout is filled with empty frames. Now comes the fun part, which is adding your photos. Open your File Explorer or find a window alongside Photoshop so you can see your image files at the same time. Then click on a photo you want to use, drag it directly over one of the empty frames, and drop it in place. Photoshop will automatically fit the image into that container. This makes collage building fast, easy, and much cleaner than manually placing every photo from scratch. Keep repeating this process until all of your frames have images inside them. If one of the photos doesn't look perfectly placed, don't worry, because you can adjust the positioning inside the frame without changing the overall structure of the collage. Go to your Layers panel and click on the photo thumbnail itself, not the frame thumbnail. Then activate the Move tool by pressing V. After that, click and drag on the canvas to reposition the image within its frame. If needed, you can also resize it slightly until the crop looks just right. This is the part where you fine-tune the visual balance of the collage and make sure each photo feels intentional. Once you're happy with the arrangement, the next step is to clear the guides so you can see the final design cleanly. Go to View, then Guides, and click Clear Guides. That will remove the guidelines from view so your collage looks polished and ready to export or continue editing. If you want to add a clean outer border around the entire collage, there is one more simple step. Go to Image, then Canvas Size. In the dialog box, make sure Relative is checked and the unit is set to pixels. Add 200 pixels to both the width and the height. Then make sure the anchor point is centered so the border expands evenly on all sides. Set the canvas extension color to white and click OK. This gives your collage a more finished framed look and helps it stand out nicely on the page. And that's it. You now know how to make a collage in Photoshop using a clean grid system, photo frames, drag and drop placement, photo adjustments, and a final border for a professional finish. This method is simple, flexible, and perfect for creating stylish image layouts fast. If this tutorial helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next Photoshop guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.